My dad has always been very engaged in environmental stuff in our community in Bavaria, working for the Agenda 21 and in solar energy and these kind of things. And so since I was the age of 10, I was the guy in the household who would separate the waste. First I worked for a while at the British Embassy, actually, trying to reduce the carbon footprint that the Amman Embassy has. And now I'm working in the recycling field, which is quite a bit more exciting. No offense to Her Majesty's service. We basically started Jordan's first recycling company in about a year and a half ago. To convince Jordanians how to recycle, I usually talk about their national dish, which is mansaf, which is basically a lamb with a yogurt sauce on rice. And I say, look, all the waste that you produce goes to a landfill, which creates really terribly poisonous leachate that goes down into the groundwater. This groundwater is then pumped by a Bedouin out in the desert who gives that water to the sheep, and then you buy the beef, you buy the lamb and make your mansaf out of it, and then your mansaf tastes really foul because it's got all these poisons from your waste in it. So if you recycle your waste, it doesn't go into the waste, it doesn't go to the landfill, makes the water better and your meat better and you have a better dinner. Since I started working there, which was last October 2009, we went from having 5 people working to having 35 people working. And our second achievement is that we went from recycling about 1 ton a week to 10 to 15 tons a day. So we're slowly having some sort of an impact on the environment here in Jordan. So I don't really believe in this whole living green thing, and in fact, although I'm now working in recycling, I think that recycling is really the very last thing you can do. There's a huge green trend and everybody wants to buy green and live green and shop green and everything, but that's never going to be enough. That's never going to cut it for our planet and eventually for us. In fact, the planet will survive. We are the ones who are going to die. That's also not, I think, understood. What I think really matters is to look a bit at the bigger picture, and there's this famous triple R, reduce, reuse, recycle. And the reason why recycling is the last is because it is the least important. What's much more important is the very first one, which is reduce. We consume like crazy. The number of things and we own and have and buy and consume and throw away every day are many more times than what our grandparents used to have and own and need and whatever. And that is what's creating all the problems. I mean, if you think about it, who are the biggest polluters? You would immediately think of industry and transport. And why are they polluting? Why is industry polluting so much? It's because they're producing stuff for us that we consume and throw away. And why is transport producing so much? Because they're transporting this stuff from all over the world back and forth before it finally comes to us. And that's creating the problem. So if we not consume so much, then we obviously create better environment, but then we create huge amounts of problems with regard to jobs losses and all these kind of things. So I really think we need to get away from capitalism, which is really the root cause of this problem. That might sound very kind of leftish or whatever, but it's that consume that we're so keen on that really creates all the problems we're facing. What's most important, I think, is get involved. Learn and get involved. I mean, read up. There's so much free and great information out there. Watch the story of stuff. Watch it twice, 3 times. Make all your friends watch it. And then read and then get involved. There's plenty of organizations all around you that are doing stuff, and that's going to have the biggest impact. If you can meet other people who think in that direction, connect with them, do stuff with them, organize things, be active. I mean, there is so much we can do. My name is Anselm. I'm originally from Germany and have now lived in Jordan, in the Middle East, since about 3 years. First I studied water management here, and now I've been working in the environmental field for the past 2 years about.